This is not a dream.
What is going on, everybody? Well, before we start, have you ever clicked on a video on YouTube thinking you was going to watch some RC rock crawling and realized that it's not RC? I did that a second ago. This bad boy is actually pretty cool, but yeah, I thought I was clicking on an RC video, and then I realized, nope, that's the real deal, doing what we do with a lot higher budget and a lot higher risk factor. But anyway, that's awesome. I mean, to be able to get out there and do it for real, that would be a blast, wouldn't it? I mean, get over it eventually. The danger part, it's an adrenaline rush. So anyway, guys, let's get to reality here. For me, there's a few things I would like to talk about in this video while we do a little work on this truck and possibly take it out for a night run. So first off, before we continue, I want to give a big shout out to Fair RC. We are going to be working together a little bit, at least this month. We'll see how it goes. I'll have a few items on the way to review of theirs, parts, a few other things. We'll talk about that when it comes. Now, I don't know, I kind of might need some help from somebody. You know how, I don't know, there's a lot of people that watch my channel that's helped me with my affiliate links. With FMS, I have my affiliate link in the description. When you click on it, it takes you to the FMS site. Anything you buy, it, you know, not everything, but most things I get a little commission off of. It was that simple. So I'm not sure if I have the correct link for Fair RC in my description. So if you click on the description, you'll see there's the FMS like always, and there's a Fair RC. But what I need to find out is if somebody clicks on that link and they go and they buy some little item or something, is it going to go on my link, or is that just a link that takes you to Fair RC? Has nothing to do with me, so I'm not sure yet if I got the right one. But we'll figure it out. So anyway, moving on. A big shout out though to Fair RC. I am very, very happy and honored for the opportunity to work with them. So anyway, guys, I'm just rambling. I'm supposed to do some work on something here. Oh, get over there. Okay, I wanted to show y'all just how hard this interior is. Yeah, well, it's not hard to get out, but you got to work to carefully not tear up your paint job. So now there's 4 screws that hold everything down. You got on the back here and here the screw that goes into this door handle on the back door on both sides. You got to come in from the inside. This one's easy to get to. This one, you got to kind of take this whole thing off. I tried to, at first I just moved it up to get the screw out. Then I realized all the wiring is under it. So you kind of got to pop this off. It's just double stickied, but it's double stickied really good. I mean, it's pretty good tape. So then there's that. You got to get that out of the way. But then luckily, none of the wires are mounted anywhere other than that to this interior, except for back here. And I'm just going to pop the thing up back here as well. That's some good sticky tape, but we're going to pop that off there instead of unplugging it, because then I got to remember where everything goes. Easier to just pop off the sticky thing. So okay, take your screwdriver, just pop that on up there, no problem. So now remember, 2 screws in the back, and then up here in the front, your windshield wiper screws, they go all the way through. They have this little piece of plastic on the bottom here with a screw, and then they screw right into your wipers on the other side, and that's what holds the front, other than 3 pieces of that double sticky. That is very good. And the reason I'm saying it like that is because I broke the interior right over here trying to pull it up, so I had to go and get me a double flathead screwdriver to really pry in there and get it loose without tearing up the paint to the truck. So everything should be ready to come out now. If I just take these wires out here, we should be able to just raise it and pull it out. Nice, there we go. So 4 screws, a bunch of sticky. You can see where I had to kind of get into it. It was really stuck. I mean, and you don't want it to pull the paint off the body, so that's why I was working so hard to make sure the sticky, I was trying to make the sticky stick to this side and stay there. You can see here, it ripped off of it. This one kind of came off of both sides. But I don't see any scratches in the paint. That's the main thing. Everything seems, I can see one little daylight spot through there. You see it? But I'll hit it with a Sharpie. I don't really care. Well, once the body's back over it, you won't notice it. So there's that. Now, one thing about it, I was going to put the dang interior light. And, well, it's going to be too hard to turn on and off unless I cut out windows. And that's how I had my other truck. Like my Blazer, my black Blazer has the windows cut out, and so does the Sheriff Blazer right here. So I don't know. It's easier to cut those out than it is to cut these out, though. I haven't even cut the LC80s out just yet. We fixed him up, but that was easier to take out. And I was able to fold it back here, get my hand in there, and turn it on and off and stuff. Now, I might be able to do that. I might just leave one screw out and still be able to get it to all work out and just reach in and out. So, okay, guys, let's see what we got for interior. Our Batman seats, our Catman one. I got all these cats, we call that Catman. So the interior is fairly decent. I mean, the detail in it. Let's see if I can't just do this instead of trying to move in. There we go. So we got gauges on the dash. We got a heater switch. No radio apparently. Probably got stolen. So I don't know what that is. A phone on the dash? What the heck? I see a play arrow and everything. What the heck's going on there? Maybe it ain't a play arrow. But anyway, got RPMs and speedometer. It's got some pretty cool heat vents up there too. Oops. Now, on my other couple of trucks, I did some like leather interior on the dash and stuff, but this has so much detail, I don't think I'd go with that. I don't know what else I can do right there. Maybe, if I can find that other shirt, we're going to try to put a shirt on them. I got a black jacket, but it kind of defeats the purpose, don't it? Cut that and glue it on them from the front. I was thinking about cutting them out and making a new seat. I've done that before. But I don't want to do that right now. I just want to drive it. I don't want to paint them because it's going to look like crap like the last time I painted one. What to do now? Let me find that yellow damn shirt I've been looking for over an hour and couldn't find it. Maybe I'll take Greg Brady's Hawaiian shirt and cut it up. So alright, I think for his shirt, if that leather jacket right there will fit Greg Brady, then we're going to put the Hawaiian shirt on him. I don't know. This thing, I think it comes off of X-Pac back there, and they're about the right size. Let's find out. Well, turns out Greg Brady's been working out since the Brady Bunch. Damn, son, he's ripped. Well, the leather jacket fits on him. So now the thing is how we're going to cut this shirt open and make it work for him. I can take his head off there and get the shirt to go there, and then I guess we had to cut the whole back of it out, cut the sleeves open, glue them to his arms. Geez, I wish I could find that yellow shirt because the yellow one had long sleeves. This one doesn't, so it's still going to look like he's got a black sweater underneath it or something. I don't know. It looks like paint might be a better option, but I don't know. A real piece of shirt would look cool on there. I just have to kind of do something with his hands and arms and all that. I mean, it's like, come on, really? I wish they'd have left the driver out of there. I think cutting him out's almost better than... Cut him out, I can put the driver all the way down in there. What do you guys think about that? So, anyway, before we get too much further with his shirt and everything, we're working on that. We're going to cut it up and then go ahead and try to glue it on there. or cut him out. I still ain't decided. But I was noticing on these tail lights now, one of the biggest thing people want to know and what we do is we switch the tail lights to where they stay on, because when you first get this, they only come on in reverse. So basically they are plugged into the reverse light setting, even though it says brake 2 or something like that, or brake whatever. You'll notice the 2 that are not plugged in on mine up top. Well, that's brake something and brake something else. Now I believe I unplugged the one that was all the way at the very top. That is basically reverse light. The one right below it is your brake light that only comes on when you lit off the throttle. When you stop, it will brake light on. So I don't know why they always plug into the reverse light with the red and it comes on in reverse. I don't understand that one. So anyway, here's the point. You unplug it from there. You go to the what is it? The DRL3 or something like that. That's down here. That's not being used. And that gives you a full-time running light. You have 2 more slots now. You can run your own brake light that comes on when you stop. You can run your reverse light. They seem to be a 3mm ish. Let me see if I can't get this by zooming in. It'd be a lot easier. There you go. Now on camera they look a little bigger, but them are 3mm I'm gonna go with. They're not 5s. I got a 5mm bulb I can place up there real quick. Let's find out. So okay, I went ahead and moved one of the wires that was kind of in my way there for this shot. So now it's zoomed in, it looks bigger. Here's a 5mm bulb, your average size. It's actually a white one even. It will not go in there, I'm gonna say. Oops. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no way. So okay, I went ahead and took the time to use both hands, double check, make sure I wasn't mistaken. And no, the 5mm will not fit. They're definitely more on the 3mm side. I probably should look in the book to see if it tells me the exact size, but I think 3mm is your main option there. So, but other than that, look how clean the wiring is. They do such a good job. I mean, the wire is so nice and tucked in behind your mounting system here. I mean, up here you got it connected to the body here, but then all this stays loose so that you can put your interior in, and then it hides underneath the interior. So okay, even though it's kind of a pain to take the front windshield wiper screws out, this thing goes in here fairly easy. You just gotta, if I'm doing it without blocking it, you get the wires underneath here tucked. And once them wires are tucked, the thing will basically just wiggle its way right into place. And the way that the door handles and everything are, they kind of hold it there. I mean, the front's going to get screwed in, so the back part, say that was already down. If I was to hold this, the back doesn't move much. The body's going to be held down with the inner fenders, everything. I don't care about the back getting velcroed at the moment. And then you got this here that gets just stuck right back on, but I think it's going to be just dandy. We're going to find out here in just a minute. So now we're going to turn the Terminator into a Hawaiian shirt. Cool dude, I guess. And then we got Greg Brady wearing a leather jacket. I have some shades, but I don't think they'll fit these dudes. These are like, I think these come off of X-Pac or actually the Undertaker, but he's got a small head compared to these dudes. I'll be back. Let's see, how are we going to make this happen? First thing I need to do is decapitate the driver. We're going to have to take this head off of here. Then we'll try to probably cut the back of the shirt out and the sleeves. We'll cut open right here. We're going to cut the sleeves open in the back. Remove maybe just cut down the middle here, come up like this, cut off the side, cut down the middle and down the back, get it on there, stretch it around him, kind of mark where it needs to be cut to cover all the gap on the side. I don't know. We can't really do that with his shirt over his arms, though. That don't make sense, does it? I don't know. We're just going to need a little bit of the shirt on the inside then, now that I'm looking at it. There ain't going to be much of this thing left by the time we get it glued on him. But I think I'm just going to go for it. So, alright, y'all. I had to stop, have some dinner. Now, I went and I cut this shirt up. I ain't nowhere near done. I haven't tried to attach anything yet, but I got his head loose. So, all this will be tucked way down there a lot further still. And then, yeah, then we're going to tuck it all up in here. Glue it to his arms somehow. I mean, it's hard to do one-handed, especially with my left hand, but it may not work out. We'll find out. When you just look through the window, it might not look bad when I'm done. So, alright, Greg, I'm sorry I cut up your shirt, but we couldn't let the Terminator go without having his disguise. So, here's the Terminator, and we got Lady J from G.I. Joe. She actually was able to fit in here just by gluing her butt to the seat temporarily. Didn't have to cut the floorboard out or nothing to make her fit. Because I was looking at it thinking I could put just about anybody in here and let their legs go through the floor. As long as they're not too tall to hit the ceiling, and she's fairly short, so. And then old Frankenstein over here, or Terminator, whatever you want to call him. He's got a big old head compared to her. But if you had a robot skull like a Terminator, you probably would too, right? So he's got a black long john shirt on. I don't know where his hands have went, but they're there. They could have did a little better on the mold there, probably, but hey, is what it is. I wish they'd have just left the seat. I will probably cut him out eventually. I've done it on other stuff. I probably got old videos of it. They're probably horrible videos, but anyway, as you can see, they have a road atlas. You got to have an atlas if you're going on a safari. So they got Coca-Cola to drink. He's got a coffee back there. Ain't no telling what's in that thing for real. And then they got them some stuff for recreational use. The back seat. I figured I'd throw a few things in the back seat and in the very back. We got more recreational use. Got to have some guns on a safari. You never know when the mountain lion's going to attack you. Ball bat too. Got a chainsaw, some bar and chain oil, a little cooler there. I like my red cooler better. I do have a better setup going here with this one. I'm going to print another red one instead of the white one. So, also you notice in this truck there's a Hot Wheels upside down. That is a LC80 Hot Wheels. Matches the truck. Pretty cool. So now then, I think we need to just go ahead and try to get this on in there. I already got the light in the truck, so I got to put the battery back in it. Let's see if we can't put this all together with nothing falling out of it. It's all hot glued in place. It's going to be really cold outside tonight, actually. That's weird for me to say. I usually go out here and sweat my butt off in the middle of the night even, but we're going to hit like 40s and maybe even the 30s coming up. So, not cool with that. I used to always live in Indiana where it's always cold, it seems like. And I complained about the heat so much here, and now I'm complaining about the cold. I done got spoiled. So let's try to get this interior figured out here. So, alright. Go ahead and throw the battery in place. Like I've showed you. I don't know, it's probably not the best view with my elbow. But anywho, we'll go ahead and just slap that on in there. Got us a light. Now, what color should we go? Let's just go with a white one. We don't need it to be nothing but just a regular old dome light to start with. So what I'm figuring here, what I've noticed anyway, to put the interior in, we kind of got to start with that side, let it go down. You got a wire that you got to get over the body right here, but once you do that, I know it's hard for y'all to see what I'm doing here, but it goes in pretty good. It just takes a little finagling. So I kind of hate putting the wipers in to have to hold it, but here's what it is. So I'll just go ahead and stick that right back on. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn it over and take a peek. What do you guys think? So I guess without the screws she won't stay up, but it will stay up in the back. That's what I was wanting to see. So I think, oh yeah, we're gonna have it looking good. That looks good inside. Just give me a minute and you'll see. Bam. Let there be light all around. So, all right, y'all. I'm very happy with the way this thing's turned out. Now, it's turned out to be quite late and cold, so we're not doing a night run tonight. But mainly because I'm going to the Cliffs of the Noose in the morning with my wife, and we're gonna go to the part of the cliffs that we've never been. If you've seen my last video, you've seen I showed a set of steps, and we've never went down that way to the water yet, so we're going to check that out tomorrow. It might not be no killer trail for the trucks, but we're going to give it a shot. And then there's another spot that it is pretty awesome for the trucks, and it's all downhill to get there, but when you go back out, it's a pretty hard trail. No matter which way you go. One way is obviously harder than the other, but it's still hard. My wife really doesn't like that walk. And I don't blame her. And with my foot, I probably wouldn't either. So we're going to go down them steps. We're going to try out that area. It seems to be pretty close. I thought it was always further, but it seems like it ain't. So anyway, we're going to save the battery juice for all that. What do you guys think of the scale items and stuff? Now, kind of got carried away with some of the stuff they're packing around, but you never know when you go on a safari. And she's got to hang out with the Terminator. That's for her sanity, I guess. She got her Coca-Cola. And if it ain't the Terminator, it's just a big-headed guy, then he's pretty smart. So, he's got a big head. Half the stuff I say after dark don't make sense, trust me. Sorry. So let's see, can we get to where you see the chainsaw? Oh yeah. Now I had this thing in the back, I just moved it and I forgot. So where'd it go? Let me back my truck up. I 3D printed one of these, well, two of these actually. I don't know where the white one went. I had another white one, but I painted this one. Unless I only made one, I can't remember now. But it's one of them pretty cool little rack for a print. Came out real nice. I really like this truck. I'm over here, instead of just picking it up and turning it around, we're driving it. That's right. It's a pretty nice little rack you got there. Oh. It can hold lots of gas cans and cargo. So yep, that's pretty cool. And let's see what else we got going on. Now I could change the color of the light, but it's kind of a pain to reach up in there and hit the button probably. I'm still debating on how I'm going to work with that. If it's just going to be a light that I just use once in a while when it's dark, so I'll go through the hassle of taking the wipers off when I'm ready for it, which is what I got to do tonight. I just put it all together, but I still got to take it apart. That's why I should go out there at 1 a.m. making a video, but I'm just too tired. I don't have it in me tonight. So. Boom. Let's see, turn it this way. I liked it. I wish the stickers were like more vivid, a lot brighter, more of them in the dash. Over there where the circles are but nothing in them, I wish those were like more detailed. Oops. But other than that, we're good. I think first thing I'm going to get for this truck, just go ahead and talk for a second about it, is the wheels. Fair RC has aluminum Bratrazi wheels, and I've been really debating on the tires. I think until I get the suspension lined out, I need to stick with the small tire for sure. But once I get it, you know, the right height that I like, which may be a little lower to be honest, or a bigger tire, I don't know. But anyway, once I get the suspension working the way I like instead of this, then I can decide on the tire what I can come up with. I kind of like the small tire setup. But it's a pretty good sized truck to be honest. So anyway, I guess we'll wrap this video up. I'm just rambling now. That means I'm tired. Let me know what you think in the comments. I have mentioned already about the big surprise coming from Fair RC and FMS. So stay tuned for both those. I don't know how long it's going to take for the order to show up from Fair RC. We're going to find out. But probably not too long, I'd imagine. Today is, well, 1 something in the morning, so Saturday, I guess. If it shows up today, that'd be really quick, but I doubt that. So depends if it came from in the States or not, I guess. Now then, that's how tired I am. You can tell when someone's tired when they just stop talking and staring at the truck while they're videoing. Jeez. Good night, guys. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, click on the link in the description below, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.